Cool. Yeah, what's going on, people? Yeah, we're gonna check out some pink sweets here. This is Shoot 'em Up by Cave from 2006, the sequel to Ibarra, which came out the previous year. Both games developed by infamous shmup programmer named Shinobu Yagawa, known for pretty complex systems that oftentimes work in the background, and usually like has like dynamic rank and things you do in the game that affect it and whatnot. But yeah, I'll be doing a score demonstration for this game. It will be like an actual attempt, but just warning, I've never actually one credit cleared this yet, and I highly doubt that this is going to be the run. But I'm just gonna make it my goal to kind of just go over some stuff about the game and the systems behind it and some of the scoring techniques that do comprise the run. And it's like a bunch of different stuff. You're gonna have like bullet grazing, where like you just get as close as possible to bullets. You're gonna have like collecting metals and chaining metals, kind of a common one. But also like destroying certain targets with one of your shot types, either the bomb, which is this, or your shot. But then other things you do also affect the rank and whatnot. So I'll just kind of be rattling off as I play and doing my best not to royally screw up. But so that's pretty much going to be how this is going to go. This is the Xbox 360 port that features Mochi Mochi Pork and Pink Sweets. And yeah, I've been really enjoying this game a lot more lately. I love all that it has to offer with the systems. It's not just like your regular kind of cave game where you're gonna have like lots of like tiny dodges through bullets. There might be a tiny bit of that in this, but this game's more about like being offensive and knowing when to draw back and like situational awareness type stuff, which is kind of why I find it pretty refreshing. So I'll explain some more stuff here on the how to play screen. When you're not firing, you charge up an aura, which blocks most bullets. It won't block anything spear shaped or like any like other types of bullets or destructible bullets, which usually are green in this game. But when you let it charge and then you press the shot button again, you release what's called the rose cracker. In other words, a bomb. So you have an infinite supply of bombs in this game. And then you can collect options, which are the rose hips. And you fire those and control those with button 2. You can change speed by pressing both button 1 and button 2 together as well. And you change the rose hip formation by tapping button 2. And like you'll have like 5 formations. So I'm gonna use Lace. So she is the scoring character and the best character of the game, due to having an extremely strong shot type, which is a piercing laser. But this piercing laser will allow me to get what's called tick points in shmups. And that's just like shooting a target, but not doing damage, but getting points from like your shot making contact. Anyway, let's just go into it, I guess. So as they destroy a certain amount of enemies, items will drop. That's a shot upgrade. and I'll just be meddling up here. I'm gonna let 4 shot upgrades fall off screen in the beginning here. And this is gonna set up a special shot upgrade. Yeah, and that's gonna be 1 power level higher than what would otherwise be my highest power level. So I felt kind of crowded, so I just used a Rose Cracker there. And that's kind of what you do in this game at times. Even if you die, you lose all your power-ups, but you always have access to that bomb. And while it does take a while to charge up, it's severely damaging and pretty damn good. Here I'm dissecting the mid-boss's side parts, and this is gonna make it shoot more of these destructible bullets. And there's a pretty good reason for destroying these bullets and enemies in general. When you do this, it contributes to a counter that's hidden behind the game. It's called the Zon counter. And when you destroy 2,500 bullets or enemies, a 1-up item will drop. And you can actually do this multiple times. I think up to like 3 times in a run. Leave me alone, bud. I'm busy, please.
I'm looking at my froggy and my trees in here.
It's not in here. Please leave me alone. Alright, we had the sudden interruption. Okay, anyways. Oh yeah, let me get the timer going too. I told him not to do that. Okay, anyways, stage 1 boss. Yeah, in this boss I want to destroy these 2 side arms first. As I destroy the parts of the boss, the bullet attacks become more fierce. And ultimately that's going to help me score more, because when you cancel bullets with your aura or bombs, you get some points for doing that. Yeah, so I destroy the 2 arms, which forces phase 2 of the boss. So here I'm just getting some graze points, and here I'm just blocking bullets with the aura to get some points. Yeah, but at this point I just want to destroy this center cannon now. That's the last piece of the boss to destroy. So I can cancel my charge by changing speed, so that's what I did right there. And if I don't want to let loose the bomb, I have that as an option. Okay, this is going to take a couple more shots to take care of the center cannon now. I'm not really getting the best of RNG here, because the center cannon's not coming out. So it's random what attack he uses here. Okay, now it's finally destroyed. But the boss is like getting ready to time out already. And now the bullets are even more dense. And I'm just gonna go for the kill at this point. No, yeah, it's my nephew. No kids. Alright, so decent stage 1. You want to kill the boss with the shot, the laser. You get 100,000 points for that. If I killed it with the bomb, I only get 10,000 points. Yeah, so right now I'm collecting those medals, and I'm gonna bring those to 10,000 points, then we'll have a full medal chain gathered. Yeah, so on this stage, like, I'm shooting the top of the screen a lot, and that's because at the top of the screen where all the text is, there's an invincibility zone that the enemies are in. And because of what I mentioned earlier with the tick points, getting points for just shooting enemies when they're invincible, you can shoot them and still get the tick points. In fact, you even get even more because, like, they're just they're just a sponge at that point. So you can anticipate where the enemies are and actually get a few more points. Here I'm using the bomb to destroy these black missiles. It'll give me a bit more score. And also, like, bombing these ground targets gives you more than for shooting them, so you have, like, a lot of that going on in this game. But it's like certain stuff you gotta remember with using the bomb or the shot, but it's actually not a lot of stuff, to be quite honest. But here I will be using the rose crackers on these missiles. So once again, want to be dissecting these bosses and mid-bosses typically. This boss, these white missiles are worth notably more score that the boss is shooting, the white projectiles. And so I want to destroy these side turrets so that it shoots more of those. Currently I'm doing a fairly shabby job of getting them destroyed. But they'll go down. So now they're all dead. And now the boss is shooting out like a lot more stuff, which is more score. Unfortunately, I'm not going to get any lives through score in this game. It's all going to be from the Zon extends and other secret one-ups. First one will appear in the next stage. So I'm actually just going to do this until the mid-boss time's out right now. And this is just like worth a little bit more or the equivalent to just shooting it down instead. When you play the game long enough, you start to get used to like letting loose the bomb at just the right moment. Yeah, that becomes a pretty crucial skill in the game, especially in the final levels. So I can get some graze points there and tick points. And I want this boss to shoot those destructible bullets, and that's going to be raising the Zon counter. So I did that for one cycle at least there. And then I'll rose cracker these final enemies for more score as well. I think they're 2,000 points each. And they'll chase me down the screen a little bit, so I'll lure them into the rose cracker like that. Alright, so here, it's going to be a lot of point leeching. This is a huge scoring opportunity here. And it's like not really easy or hard to do. You just shoot these buzzsaws for every cycle. Yeah, so I mentioned the dynamic difficulty in the game and using the bombs. Well, using the bomb is, I think, the single most contributing action you can do that will raise the dynamic difficulty, and so that difficulty is represented by the bar in the top right of my screen. There's a lot of things, like pretty much everything you do in the game does raise the dynamic difficulty or the rank, at least some bits. But if you rose cracker like through the whole game, you can expect it to be built up or max out a lot earlier than it would otherwise. So for reference, like if I cancel a bomb by changing speed, which I just did, that's half of the rank increase than just using the bomb would have been there. So I want to do that so I don't get the game too crazy. Because I do want to actually manage rank for like the first half of the game. It comes into play specifically for like what we call like well, basically the enemies that are snakes, and they're really tough to beat at max rank. So I'm trying to avoid maxing out rank before that point, which is the middle of stage 4. So I've already got about almost 300,000 points for doing this. There's gonna be 8 cycles of doing this, then it's gonna go to phase 2. Want to minimize my damage on the boss itself because that damage will leak out into phase 2, which is the final phase, which is now beginning. Yeah, so this can get this phase can get a bit scary. Sometimes it'll shoot out those pods in the back, off of its back, and I'm gonna want to shoot those down. And I can get graze points there, pretty decent, 5,000 points per graze if I get a moment to do that. I can come up there for a little bit if I have the opportunity. I would like to minimize my bomb usage in this fight if possible. So I'll like shoot to the side, or I'll sometimes just shoot this thing with the rose cracker and then finish it off with the laser instead of using rose cracker for every cycle. But the longer you wait here, the more HP that centerpiece gets on every cycle. So you start to become forced to use the rose cracker. My dog's like trying to get in my room right now, so he always does this when I'm like doing a marathon run or whatever. You should leave me alone because the rest of my family came home. But it's what he does. Anyway, I can barely hear him, so whatever. Yeah, so the boss is firing a bunch of these pods right now. Meanwhile, I was dropping rose hips on that boss. I want to drop 4 of them, just like the special shot power-up. I'm going to be setting up search rose hips, which is a special search formation. And so I'm actually going to be able to grab that pretty soon. You can tell it's the special one when the power-up is like flashing a lot. And in fact, there it is right now. So now I have search rose hips. What these do is they search out enemies, and they just basically aim at anything on screen they can. So this becomes pretty useful for survival in a couple sections of the game. And ideally, I like to keep it to the middle of the next stage, but it's easy to lose it because you can accidentally turn off. You can accidentally turn it off pretty easily by just holding button 2 and letting go. Sometimes when I let go of it, it does it, but technically it should only happen when I tap button 2, because that's what changes your rose hip formation. So here's a secret 1-up. I let that tank get ran over by the other tank, and that's what triggers a 1-up here. Yep, so we got that successfully. I did that by destroying the treads on the right tank to stop it from moving, and then the other one runs it over. Yeah, pretty clever. So this is getting to a bit of a focus moment because this mid boss can be pretty nuts. I'll probably shut up for a bit here. Yeah, so look at this silliness. Oh, they got me. Damn it. Fucking double KO. So this isn't the worst thing to happen ever. So I get a 1-up from the... So that's a Zon extend. But here I can set up a special power-up. And I can get all my power-up back, actually. Yep, so I just did that. So I just fully recovered because I set up special again. So you can do that there because there's enough enemies. So that's nice. However, I did lose my search rose hips. But since I lost my search rose hips, now I can do a little trick here with the rose hips. Where I position them in the reverse formation. And this allows me to block bullets that are coming at me. And then I just shoot forward and I destroy the destructible bullets that are aimed at me. And then when that pattern's done, I just resume charging the aura to block all the attacks. So again, just building Zon by destroying the destructible bullets here. I'm also getting some score just from doing that as well. So not too shabby. It might be able to... This might allow me to score another Zon extend later on in the game. So, not too shabby at all. Here I'll minimize damage a little bit. Oh god, I'm going too fast. Yeah, this is kind of focus mode here. But anyway, I'm getting a bunch of points from just shooting the boss here. A lot of points. A lot of points. So now in this phase, the boss has 2 attacks. Either this one or I got that. Gray's setup there. This one, or it'll use like these exploding bombs. And then the boss will yell "Bomba." And here she goes. So I don't destroy these because it's hard to grab power-ups when those explosions happen. So I'll just get some damage in the meantime and try to stay out of the way of this stuff. Okay, let me get 5,000 points each for rose crackering these things. I can set up Graze again. I want to get a little proactive on damaging the boss. I don't really want it to time out on me. The timeout attacks are generally pretty brutal. And I think I'm getting close to that point. Yeah, there we go. So I need to get my other rose hit back here. Oh. But yeah, game's gonna kind of step it up on me a bit here. We're using a lot of rose crackers now just to survive. Yeah, so I'm gonna be forced. So the rank is so high that I'm forced to use rose crackers to try to survive on this. Nice, so that's the first snake wave. Got through it, nice. But I'm probably gonna want to quick kill this mid boss because rank is almost maxed out, and this next section is really tough at max rank. Especially because I don't have yeah, especially because I don't have search rose hips. Oh, damn it. Yeah, wrong decision there. Damn. Okay, that's pretty bad. Lost all my power-ups, and now I just, yeah. I was trying to maybe try to kill the boss faster, but I ended up just messing up my charge timing. Okay, this section is pretty nuts, so here we go. Oh shit. Ooh, we really got through that one. And I still have medals, which is pretty cool. I have to shoot the head or the tail of this boss to do damage. Okay. Yeah, that was intense. But mission successful, like overall. I could have died a couple more times there. And now I'll go back to doing score stuff. Here I'll be setting up a graze on this pattern every time. Get about 5,000, 6,000 points every time I set that up. And I want to do this as long as I can for this phase. So this is why I'll limit my shots when I'm dodging this pattern. So rank is maxed out now, and it's gonna stay maxed for the rest of the game at this point. Dying does reduce it, but only by such a small amount that it's not gonna help at all. Okay, so that's the end of phase 1. Now in phase 2, it shoots these gravity balls that pull me around, and then it'll use a random attack here. This is a good attack. So this is what you want it to do. It builds Zon, a lot of Zon for you, so I can get another extend, and you also just get some good points from that. Timing out this boss can be a thing, so I do want to make sure I'm dealing like fairly generous amounts of damage. I don't have to worry about it timing out on me, because they have a timeout attack, which generally is like all of their attacks combined into one. So I can destroy these gravity balls, so I'm just trying to time my Rose Cracker to do that when I can. Alright. So now we go to the train level, desert. It appears I did not make enough Zon to get the next extend yet, so I'll probably get it later on. Lots of Rose Crackers in this level. When I get close to some of these lasers and stuff, it will seal their attacks, meaning they won't fire at all. So that's a strategy you can do here. You can do that on these enemies that are firing the big lasers. And then sub-objective on this level is destroying these silos on the like the belt on like the. Hold on. Around if I destroy all of them in the level, that's your other secret 1-up. So I think I have them all so far. They're like on these cliff ledges. I think I've got them all so far. So I'm just getting like score just from like canceling this attack with the Rose Cracker. Normally, like, this would be possibly bad to do because it raises the rank all the time, but since rank is maxed out, this is just what you want to do now. Oop, almost died there. Gotta be careful with your timing. The more of the side turrets to destroy, the more fierce the attack gets. So yeah, game's pretty cool, right? Look at this madness. So I did destroy all the silos, so I just got that one up I was talking about. Nice. Alright, so this boss is kind of a test of your knowledge of the boss, but also your knowledge in using your rose cracker at the right times. Like in this boss, you generally have to throw it out in a good position, especially to block that laser attack the boss just used there. That one's pretty annoying. Ugh. That was pretty close to being hit. Spike ball. So it's random how long the boss uses each attack, so you just kind of gotta keep throwing rose crackers down. And throw them down high up enough at the screen so that it actually anticipates the next pattern. In a way that you have room to breathe when the pattern ends. Oh god, that was close. I can just chill for that pattern, so I can just be ready to rose cracker at the top, because that one I can just aura to protect myself the whole time. Oh. Oh, nice. So that was a pretty good boss. For me, or rather, well played. Whew. And now we go to an infamous level. It's 20 minutes long. The cloud level. Yeah, this is the kind of the penultimate level. It's pretty crazy. A lot of formations and a lot of mid bosses. Oh man, I hesitated on the metals there, so I just dropped the metal chain, sadly. That's kind of a bummer. I'll be able to build it back up. But that is costing me a small chunk of points. Oops. I hesitated on which one I wanted to grab first. It happens. It's not that big of a deal. So I kind of want to get special power up back, but it's not super important. But to do that, once again, I want to let the shop power-ups drop down off the screen. I think I was a little late on starting it though. So we're actually meddling already fully melded back up here. And I just grabbed power up, so I'm not gonna get special probably at this point. First mid boss. Fairly simple. Just maintain your rose cracker timing. Don't get shot by the destructible bullets. And I use wide shot on the rose hips to block the missiles if the rose cracker doesn't destroy them all. So that is dead. High scoring section coming up here. There's going to be enemies that are going to be worth a lot of points just for shooting with my shot. And here they come. These guys. Watch the score here. Watch the score. Look at it. Yeah, a lot of score there. So if you know how to do it like that, you can get a pretty big bonus. Pretty nice. Actually, I might be able to set up a special here. Nope, I just grabbed the power up. It's not a big deal. Yeah, but I'll be trying to set up search rose hips shortly here, and this is for the hardest section of the game. What we call the snake lasers. It's lasers and snakes at the same time. Yep, so I just dropped 4 rose hips there. Now next rose hip I get will activate search rose hips right here. Got it. And now some craziness about to ensue. Nice. It looks like I'm gonna survive this wave. That's good shit. Oh, Whistle got me. Fuck, man. I got greedy because you want to Rose Cracker these missiles for mega points. Ah. That's why I jumped back in the fray there, though I probably should have stayed coward on the left. Yeah, so that actually sucks, because, like, you want to be fully powered up for this boss, because you get a ton of points just from, like, letting this boss... Just from shooting this boss, and this boss will go for, like, 20 cycles of this. But now that I lost my upgrades, I can't capitalize on that, not nearly as well. I can get some, but it's just not going to be not even close to how much I would have got. So in hindsight, like, that risk back there to kind of get back in the fray and try to Rose Cracker those black missiles, I mean, that was I think a very greedy move, because had I played it safe, I would have capitalized by like 200 or 300k from this mid boss alone. I'll get some score from it, but you can get trapped by its patterns occasionally. If it gets too close and it uses that spear, and then one of the volcano balls is like right next to you, that's when this boss is dangerous. Okay, but so now I come into this section without search rose hips, which is what I wanted. And yeah, this is the snake laser section. Okay, here they come. So I'm gonna purposely die at the top of the screen. This is to keep the metal chain, and also just buy me time here. Yep, but I died again right away, so metal chain is now broken. And I'm on my last life with the last barrage of snakes, so this is a rough situation. Yep, and okay, so there's the game over. Yeah, so you pretty much are expected to die twice here, no matter what. And I didn't have the lives to back that up. Alas, I am going to continue on to the end of the game. But yeah, the score I got was pretty damn good, though. So I'll continue just to show off stuff here. Next mid-boss, final one. Here, your Rose Cracker timing has to be on point to block all this. Not too crazy hard if once you have the Rose Cracker timing down decently. I know I have the Rose Cracker ready because the character makes a ha sound. You really want to listen for that, it's really helpful. Really, really helpful. If you keep your metal chain, you can get a cash in here. No metal chain, so nothing for that. And they're gonna get me powered up here for the last onslaught. Still one more very cheap section that's gonna be happening. And that's right here. This is really difficult to survive. Doing a pretty good job though. Holy shit, I got through it. Hell yeah. Wait. Wait, yeah, we gotta wait for that too. Nice, dude, nice. Yeah, that bit's tough to survive. Yeah, so that was sweet because now I get to come in here with all the power-ups that I wanted to be using. The thing is with that section where the enemies are rushing you from 4 directions, they just pierce through the rose cracker barrier like whenever they feel like it, it seems like. But that time I was able to stay safe, which was pretty cool. So in these phase transitions, you want to rose cracker this boss's laser attack that he uses in the transitions. This gets you pretty big points. Here we go. And it'll do multiple spins too. And it's just random if it does a bunch or not. It did 2. But it can do like up to 6 or 7 or something similar crazy. A lot of this boss is going to be like shooting down destructible bullets and then changing to your aura at the right moment. Especially phase 3. 3 phases here. I don't think I need to be using speed 3. I could probably change to 2. Yeah, I'm gonna change to 2. I think this is okay for now. Okay, here we go. Next phase. Actually, I think I want 3 for this. Damn it. I was trying to do something where it was like I did earlier in the game. Oh shit, yeah, so I'm gonna die, but I need to turn my auto fire rate back up. Or you can block the non-destructible, or the non-destructible with your rose hips. But then shoot down the destructibles with your laser. Yeah, I'm not very good at it, so unfortunately I lost my power-ups for attempting that. Yeah, so at this point I'm just gonna rose cracker to the end. But actually, I can do this pattern normally. Might as well. It's good practice. It's generally good practice. So you can just dodge that spinny attack, but I'm not very good at it at all. Alright, what's the last stage? This will just be Rose Cracker all the way. Rank does go down like a little, well, a bigger chunk when you use the continue. So you can see that the rank bar is actually dented a little bit now. But it'll probably max out again here shortly. So randomly, these enemies here will have homing missiles mounted on the top of them. That's the most dangerous thing to look out for here. I kind of need another rose hip. I'm not sure if I'm going to get it because I think I let one already fall back. But there is actually the potential to get 2 1-ups. I'm letting tanks relive each other here. I'm probably only going to get 1. Unless I get my second rose hip, I can go for 2. I think more consistently. Yeah, I'm not going to get it. So to get 1, I'll simply just drop a rose cracker there. And then I'll chill and let that tank get ran over. There's the 1-up. But you can actually get 2 there if you do it right. It's pretty sweet. So randomly these enemies will have the homing missiles mounted on them. Gotta watch that. I managed to survive that pretty well. But yeah, that's a tough bit. And yeah, speaking of tough bits, this mid boss is probably the hardest thing in the game. You'll probably see why shortly. A lot of fuckery going on here. Ooh, I'm surviving it though. Let's fucking go. Ooh, this is good. I'm doing good on this. Yeah, I'm doing really good on this. This is sick. I'm also getting some pretty decent patterns. Oh. 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 Holy shit, that was a good fucking mid boss. Damn. Could take that one to the bank. The 3cc bank. Alright, final boss fight. Yeah, so this fight's not that easy. He's got a number of things he can do that's pretty dangerous. Phase 1 ain't gonna be too bad. Phase 1 over. Now he's gonna start combining attacks. The bastard. Yeah. So far holding my own here. Ooh. See, that was kind of a rough combination. I didn't know how to deal with that really. Okay, that's phase 2 over. Phase 3 definitely has some stuff too. Oh god, there he goes again with that. So this attack is an attack you have in Ibarra, the game's previous game of the series. Oh god. Oh. Moss uses it on you. Alright, taste the rainbow. More lasers. More lasers. So Rose Cracker that, you get some good score, as you can imagine. This attack's a little tough. Gotta lead the missiles around a bit. And hide behind your bomb. Didn't, yep, got me. Alright, so that actually was pretty cool because a 3-credit clear is pretty damn respectable in this game, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. And the score was decent too, so overall, like, that was pretty cool to show off. But hopefully I educated you guys on why this game's one of the best shmups ever to exist. And definitely try it out if you can. I love how the mechanics come together. And it keeps you really busy during the run while also being really satisfying because you get to bomb the whole time. And yeah, Pitchy says could have been 1 credit on PCB. Well, the arcade PCB does have more slowdown than the 360 version. So I think that's what he meant by that. It's actually a lot more slowdown. It makes those snake sections like a lot more doable, notably. And some other stuff. These screenshots are personalized, taken from the game I just played. That's pretty nice. The memories. The fond memories. But yeah, I really hope you guys like that. I didn't get max lives, but yeah, Pitchy also brought up that the original version of the game has a infinite lives glitch when you max out lives, which is 5 stock. They removed that actually in the last revision of the PCB, as well as the 360 version does not have it. It is not intended, but people do score with the infinite lives glitch, so it is what that is anyways. Well, my voice is shot, so yeah, thanks for having me. See you guys tomorrow.